welcome back to another day, another Walmart makeup tutorial. My name is Jada. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a fall makeup tutorial with the Profusion Festival palette from Walmart. It was about 10 bucks. I've got the Profusion Neon palette and the Profusion Bronzer palette that I also got from Walmart. Elf, which I'm not a fan of Matte Rife, but Elf, I had that before he was like their sponsor. Blush I got from my sister for my birthday, but this is also sold at Walmart. And then mascara, which is sold at Walmart. And the palette is going to be used for brows, eyes, pretty much everything. But if you guys like my necklace, I just want to stop and do a small promo. This necklace is from Every Jewels. It is the silver one. I believe it's the silver pearl one, I'm not sure. But it's very pretty. They are having a sale right now. Most of the things on their store are $8.99 rather than like 20 something. And if you use code JADA512 with the link in my description, you get 26% off your orders. I also want to preface and apologize. Sorry if you hear my neighbors. They are loud assholes, and we just found out that they have 6 other people living there that we were unaware of, that they're like supposed to be temporary staying with them, but they have 5 kids and an adult. And so now there's 3 adults and 8 kids up there. At least, plus 2 pets, and yeah, there's just a lot going on, so I apologize. But yeah, let's get right into the video. I'm gonna start off by doing my base. I'm gonna do the Elf Soft Glam. I'm just gonna put this everywhere I normally put it. Okay, now I'm gonna do the concealer. I'm gonna do that in a time lapse though. Alright guys, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm baking my face with the CoverGirl Clean and Clear setting powder. Now I'm gonna do bronzer. I'm also gonna do blush in the same time lapse, just so you guys know. Okay, now I'm gonna do my brows, and for that I'm using the shade Witty in the Festival palette. Okay guys, so I'm also like filming a TikTok video at the same time for this look. So I'm first going in with the shade Witty, which is this second to the top all the way to the left. And then I'm just putting that as like a nice transition shade over my eye. Over just basically the entirety of my eyelid. Okay, now that I did it on this eye, I'm also going to just dip into the shade Winning, which is this top one right here, and soften out all of it. Just soften out everything. Just to kind of clean it up, give it that airbrushed look. Everything in and make it look a little bit more cohesive. Now we're going in with a slightly more tapered brush, because if you look, this one is much more fluffy than this one, just a little bit more compact. Actually, it doesn't do it that much justice in the video, but what I'm trying to describe is like this one goes inward, right? This one is just mostly flat. Now we're going to use this brush and dip into the shade Campground, which is, actually no, I think we're gonna do the shade Bossy, which is this one, this dark brown. And then I'm just gonna use that to deepen out the outer corners. to brush off the brush and just kind of blend it together, soften it out. Now we're going to give it a pop of color. By that, I mean we're going to dip into the shades Heat and Sunnies, which are the orange and yellow shade right here. I might end up using a little bit of this gold as well, just to kind of blend it over. I'll show you guys what I mean. So I'm gonna put the orange on the bottom lid. This you might even have to use a very tapered brush, because what we're kind of trying to do is cut the crease. The orange and brown have the same undertones, so we can cut the crease without doing the concealer layer. And just kind of blend that over. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, but I'm gonna do that on TikTok. I'm also gonna use the shade Crochet, which is this brown one down here, to kind of blend these two. Kind of like that, just to blend it out better. Yeah, alright. And then I'm also dipping into the shade Sunnies. Sorry, my neighbors are loud as shit. And I'm just kind of brightening up the inner eye. I'm gonna take that all the way down and pretty much like halfway over, I'd say. Like a third of the way over. And then, yeah, give me 1 second. Okay guys, as you can tell, there's already quite a bit of glitter on this eye. I dipped into the shade Days, which is this pretty orange one right here. And then once again with the flat brush, I'm just going in and putting that all over where we already put the orange. Just like that. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Strobe Lights and DJ, a mix of this one and this one. I'm gonna wipe off this brush first. Okay. A mix of this one and this one. And then I'm just gonna I don't know why it's not doing it justice on camera. Maybe it'll do it better in this eye. Wait 1 second. So here's the eyes so far. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner and my eyelashes, and then I will show you guys the final product. Alright YouTube, this is the makeup look for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, make sure if you want jewelry like this to check the link in the description and use code Jaida for code Jaida512 for 26% off. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.